Hello everyone, Lost here, and we just got a new patch with an excremental tons of changes for Elden Ring. Now I just recorded a quick and dirty video where I went through all of it, so if you want to see my raw reaction to everything, you will be able to. That being said, the way I went about it was just reading the patch notes, and that was a bit unstructured. Before I let loose, so to speak, let's talk about some of the things that I consider to be the major changes in this patch. So first off, Colossal weapons are now quicker, have more damage, and better recovery. I know people complained about them for PvE, I didn't think they needed a PvE buff, but for PvP it's a whole nother kettle of beans, which is good. I'm excited. A billion spells, right, have had their cast time reduced, FP consumed lowered, and recovery time lowered, and more. So we've gotten a massive buff to spells, some things that I'm not super happy about as a PvPer, but hey, my main issue with spells is mostly the aggressive homing on certain ones, which doesn't seem to be touched here. So I'm not too afraid. I believe that we now are going to have to dodge more spells, which is, again, I'm not excited about, but how much it really will affect us, we'll have to see. Something I'm really excited about, though, is the shortened cast time and the shortened recovery time of weapon skills. They also added a window to roll out of certain skills to cancel them, which I find fantastic, which makes certain skills viable as you aren't locked into an animation for 5 seconds. I talk about it later, but I was actually trying to make Godric's Great Axe viable in PvP, so I was trying it out, invading, trying to kill people, using the weapon art, and the moment I used weapon art, I was basically dead because I was stuck there, or people would just run away. So this is really exciting, it's fantastic. Now Madness animation has been shortened, which makes sense to me. Madness drains your FP, so it didn't really make logical sense that it should last as long as sleep. So now sleep lasts the longest, which is great for that. It gives it some more personality, and Madness still has its identity. We will no longer, though, be able to snipe people with Frenzied Burst, or double Frenzied Burst, I should say, but I don't think that should be in the game, so hey, good for us. They also fixed a few bugs, right? Carrion Retaliation no longer works as it does. I hope they fixed it. I haven't tested it out yet, but it should be fixed. They removed the ability for hackers to send stuff into your inventory. Alright, excellent. And they added more patches. Yes, more patches, questline stuff. That's cool. I don't know if this is a bug or if it's just something that they didn't have done, so they're just rolling it out now. So hey, let's go and do more patches questlines, everybody. Honestly, I thought it would stealth add this, make it interesting, but they didn't, so here we are. And I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, hey Lost, how about Rivers of Blood? Has that gotten a nerf? Well, Rivers of Blood was not actually mentioned in the whole thing. However, sorry, my microphone is being a bit cranky. Do you need some oil? I'm sorry. While Rivers of Blood wasn't actually mentioned here, Blood and Frost Stun has now been reduced, and apparently the amount of stun that happened to you, that you were affected by, was a bug. So we didn't get a straight nerf to Rivers of Blood, but depending on how long you are stunned in that animation, you might now be able to roll out of it. So it's not a direct nerf, but maybe it will help. Time will tell. Now this has been a massive patch, guys, and I'm actually really excited to see how it all pans out. Now, I'm going to let you guys talk to Past Lost. He's the one who just made a whole 20-minute video about every single point, and be kind to me. I just woken up, and apparently I'm sick. I can feel it in my throat. So I'll let you go to him. Thank you so much, and remember to subscribe, or I will shank you in the throat. Kisses. Hello everyone, Lost here, and I just woke up. Yeah, I'm a little tired, I may have overslept, but I just noticed, because everybody in my Discord was bombarding me with, hey, look at this, patch notes for Elden Ring. So we are gonna go through the patch notes and just check them out, and I'm really excited, I'm really giddy. Let's go. Let's see. Major changes included in the latest update. They added an option to turn camera auto-rotation function on or off. Great, that's great for me, specifically when I'm making videos. They also added some event phases for the NPC patches. Hey, look at that, Patches is getting more quest lines. Look, we knew he wasn't over because we didn't get his Patches squat. We also didn't get his armor when we saw him last, so that's the thing. I was actually thinking they would just stealth add this in the patch and wouldn't say anything, but hey, there it is. Another balance adjustment includes increased Colossal Swords, Colossal Weapons attack speed, and lower their recovery time. Jump attack not included. This is great, because they needed this, you know? Especially for PvP, the actual swings are so slow that you would never catch anyone. I know that for PvE, people have been complaining about strength builds and heavy weapons not being great. I've seen videos to the contrary, but I think this is a good change. I think this will help alleviate some frustration I think people have. They increased the two-handed attack damage of Colossal Sword and Colossal Weapons. Oh, damage as well. Increased physical block rate and guard boost of the Colossal Sword, Colossal Weapons, Great Swords, Great Hammers, Great Axe, Great Spears, and Halberd weapon class. The physical block rate and guard boost. Interesting. Increased the damage of the Grafted Blade Greatsword. Nice. I mean, good for the weapon. Increase the damage of the Devour Scepter, which is a weapon that I didn't really use at all. I haven't gotten to it yet, but hey, let's try that out. Decrease the scaling of status effect build-up from spells and incantations of Olbeneric Staff and Dragon Communion Seal. Kinda saw that one coming. Decrease the effect of Great Shield Talismans for weapon with high block rate, which is definitely needed when it comes to the fingerprint shield, because if you use the fingerprint shield with that talisman, you would never be able to break through the block of that. Never. It was like 105%. Nothing you did would ever affect it. Now, shorten the length of the Madness Afflicted animation. This is very interesting, because this is something that I was talking about during some of my streams, that how the madness thing is so long that you could snipe somebody with the madness burst if you just hit them the first time. So you could burst them and then you can hit them again. And to be fair, I think madness is so powerful, especially since it takes away your FP, that it kind of makes it just a better sleep. And I think sleep should just be what it is, and madness should get a little bit of a nerf, so that's cool. Slightly increased FP and stamina growth rate at lower levels, so you have more of that. Players will need to perform any of the following actions for the change to be reflected. This required only once. New character created after this update will not require this action. Level up or activate Godric's Great Rune. Re-equipping any equipment, armor, talisman will grant bonus stats to add a strength dex figure. Alright, that's fine. I didn't see any Rivers of Blood updates here. Not at all. Did we not scream enough? Did we not yell enough? Maybe it will come later. Then again, I think they don't want to nerf too many things. You know? They don't want to take away shit that's good. That would probably be annoying to a lot of players, but Rivers of Blood, especially for PvP, needs something. Anyways, Sorcery and Incantation. Crystal Barrage, increased cast speed and decreased recovery time. Great, wow, that's wonderful. More buffs to spells. Gavel of Haima, increased cast speed and decreased recovery time, allows caster to more easily withstand enemies' attack while casting. Shatter Earth, increased cast speed and decreased recovery time. I mean, that's something it kinda needed. Rock Blaster. Decreased recovery time allows caster to easily... this. It's just more buffs. Increased area and effect, and slightly increased effect duration. Runala's Full Moon, increased cast speed and decreased recovery time. Same with Rani's Dark Moon. Kari Greatsword, increased cast speed at lower dexterity. Magma Shot, decreased FP cost. More buffs. Oh, alright. Roiling Magma. Same. Gelmir's Fury slightly decreased the random nature of projectiles' range and increased the damage of lava pools. Rykard's Rancor decreased FP cost. I can see that needed it. Oracle Bubbles increased cast speed and decreased recovery time. Great Oracle Bubbles. Same. Briar of Sin. This is something I haven't really seen much, so I think this would probably need it. Decreased recovery time. Increased blood loss buildup on enemy. It's close to you, you know, so definitely need increased cast time. Explosive Ghost Flame, decreased FP cost and recovery time. Tibia Summon, increased damage and cast speed, yeah, and he did it. Aspect of the Crucible Tail, decreased FP and stamina cost. I really wish that this tail would combo so that the first hit leads into the second hit. But, yeah, alright. We'll see, maybe we'll try it out and see if it did that. And then there's the Horns, decreased FP and stamina cost, increases cast speed, increased the distance traveled when not charged, and made it easier to cause enemies to flinch when charged. Yes, increased travel distance is definitely something that would be important there, especially for PvP. The Elden Stars, increased cast speed, and alright. Black Blade, decreased stamina consumption. Ooh, Discus of Light, increased damage and cast speed. Triple Rings, increased damage. Radigan's Rings of Light. Same, every single one of these. Oh my god, they did so much here. Oh, we have so much left to go. Ancient Dragon's Lightning Spear. Increased... You know what, let's just go a little bit quicker through here. Because a lot of these have the same, but the same for Lansax or Lanciax, Glaive. O Flame has gotten more damage. Death Lightning. Frozen Lightning Spear, yeah, same. All of this is the same. Increased damage of Rule of Flame, Burn Flame O, Black Flame. Yeah, all of this. Pest. Threads. Great. Decreases stamina cost. Blood Boon, increased damage. Blood Flame's Talons. Decreased recovery time. Yeah. Oh, okay, we can talk about this one a little bit more. Unendurable Frenzy. Increased cast speed and decreased recovery time. Decreases the random nature of projectiles' range and increases madness build-ups on enemies. So Unendurable Frenzy was already pretty good. If you haven't seen it, Adam Barker made a video and I made a video on this, and now it's just gonna be better. Cool. Inescapable Frenzy. Increased cast speed. Yeah. Placidux Ruin, same, Dragonclaw, same, Dragon Maw, same, Grey Roll's Roar. Hey, cool. Now, upwards and downwards adjustments. Adula's Moonblade. Decrease the power of a single cast and improve performance so that the blades and frost hit more consistently and continuously increase cast speed and lower dexterity. Flame. Fall upon them. Decreased the damage of a single cast and improve the performance that hits the enemy multiple times. Decreased FP cost. Cool. Howl of Shabriri. Decreased the madness build-up on the enemy. Increased the cast speed and decreased recovery time. Yeah, I can see that would be better. You know, a lot of the problems with the weapons are that the speed of them are just so slow. Very slow. So weapon skills will actually be really interesting. Although we have some downward adjustments here. Swarm of Flies decreased blood loss on enemy, which is unfortunate because that's how I used to beat Melania on a lower soul level. The Flame of Frenzy decreased madness build-up on enemy, and Frenzied Burst decreased madness build-up on enemy, which is... Yeah, I could see that, especially since it can be sniped from so far away. I feel like that's fair. Now, weapon skills. The Lion's Claw... increased cast speed and decreased recovery time. I have to apologize. I think I'm getting a little sick. Because I can feel it in the back of my throat. The Kick has increased cast speed. Horalu Earthshaker, increased cast speed and increased speed on follow-up inputs. I'm going to have to test this, because the Horalu Earthshaker thing was so slow and probably goddamn useless in PvP. Maybe it will be better now. Maybe. Troll Roar, decreased stamina cost, increased cast speed, and follow-up input. And distance traveled. Cool. Cool. Giant Hunt, decreased recovery time. Giant Hunt was great to begin with, so hey, even better. Storm Assault, the same. Carrying Great Sword, increased the cast speed and decreased recovery time, increased the damage when charged, and made it easier to cause enemies to flinch. Yeah, the same with Carrying Grandeur. Gravitas has an increased cast speed, which is good. Flame Strike, increased travel distance, and of a stepping cleave in a strong attack. Huh. Alright. I think Flaming Strike was one of the better ones to begin with, so I think this is gonna be great. Alright. Black Flame Tornado added a hitbox to a weapon. There's so much stuff here. Jesus. Added a hitbox to a weapon when spinning and added a window to roll during the attack to cancel the animation. Hey! More tactical stuff to use here. Good. Lightning Slash. More cast speed. And added a hitbox to the stomp animation. Sacred Blade. Increased cast speed. Sacred Rings of Light. Same. Poison Mist. Same. Poison Moth is the same, and with slightly decreased recovery time. Ice Spear, I was just playing with this a little bit. Added a hitbox to the weapon's spinning animation. Chilling Mist, increased cast speed. Assassin's Gambit, same, not that it's super important. Shield Bash, same. Shield Crash, decreased the stamina cost. Yeah. Blade of Gold, decreased stamina and increased cast speed, sure. Blade of Death, increased cast speed, sure. Golden Tempering, sure. Last Rites, sure. Mists of Slumber, I use the sleep swords a lot, so the increased cast speed of this is very welcome. I will have to try that out right away. And another one, maybe we'll get this soon, right? But I think that from the Lovecraft flail, you know, the Bastard Stars, it needs to have increased cast speed. And if they do that, I think it could be really good. I'm looking forward to this. The Dancing Blade, increased travel distance. Yeah, great. Added a window to roll during the attack to cancel the animation. Hey, really good, because if you were fucked, then you were fucked, you know? This is going to make this a much better weapon. Unblockable Blade. Increased cast speed with the Coded Sword. I bet Ouroboros going to be happy about this. Alabaster's Lord's Pull. Increased cast speed and decreased recovery time animation. Really cool. Oh, this is good. Man, this is starting to get good. I also wonder if we'll get something about Rivers of Blood here. I don't know. I was thinking maybe we'd see them, you know, earlier when we talked about weapon balance, but here we go. I see why it took a little longer time to get out for this thing to get out, because I mean, there's a lot of changes here. The Queen's Black Flame, increased cast speed. Wolf's Assault, increased cast speed. Yep. Dynasty, Flowing Form, both have decreased stamina cost. Death Flare, cast speed increased. Onyx Lord's Repulsion, yeah. Added a window to roll out during the animation and more speed. Magma Guillotine, less stamina, more speed, decreased recovery time. Cool. Especially, on the follow-up input. Nice. Cursed Blood Slice, increased cast speed and decreased recovery time. Oh, some of these are going to be a little difficult to get out of now, I think. You know, I understand why FromSoft decided to go away from the two-hit thing, because, well, there's so many powerful attacks here that you're going to die really quickly. And here's something that I was playing around yesterday. In fact, I might just put some footage on screen right now. It's the I Command Thee, Kneel. The increased cast speed, including a follow-up input, added a window to roll out of the attack to cancel the animation. Yeah. I wanted to make this good. It's not very good. But I think this will help a lot. I wish that they would make the area effect a little larger on this one. But it's fine. We'll see what it does. I mean, it's more than fine. It's great that it has the ability to roll out of it. That's going to make things so much easier for us. Gold Breaker. Less FP, more quicker cast. Cool. Family Rancor. Nebula. Increased cast speed and decreased recovery time with the weapon's bastard stars. There we go. I'm gonna try that out now. Regal Beast Claw, increased cast speed. Devourer of Worlds, increased cast speed. Regal Roar, decreased recovery time. Spear Calling, decreased recovery time. Cool. Serpent's Hunt, well, that's fine, but not the weapon I really care about. It has decreased recovery time, increased damage, allows players to more easily withstand attacks from enemies. Blood Flame Ritual, increased casting speed. Yeah, Michaela's Ring of Light, increased cast speed. Sea of Magma, increased cast speed. And more windows to roll out. Flame Dance, decreased stamina cost, decreased recovery time. Added a window to roll out during the attack. Bear Witness, increased cast speed. Upwards and downwards adjustments. Thundercloud form, decreased damage when not charged. I don't think I really used this at all. Increased cast speed and decreased recovery time. Yeah. Bug fixes. Okay. Let's see. We'll probably get some Brick Carrion's retaliation here. Fix the bug where the damage of inescapable frenzy was affected by right-hand weapon. You know, I was going to make a video on this, so I guess that goes out of the window. Oh well. Fix the bug where the damage of the weapon arts Karen's retaliation was increased by the weapon and status effect was not displayed correctly during online play. Yeah, that's fixed now. You know, I was actually working with Amir. He was making a video on this, and I'm going to have to send him a message, and I'm going to ask him, hey, how do you feel about this? Because literally the last thing I did before I went to bed was to help him with that video. And now they fixed it. Oh god. Alright. Fixed the bug with the animation when afflicted with blood loss and frostbite was bigger than originally planned. Hey, they fixed it. Maybe. We don't know. But will we still be screwed when they have rivers of blood? How big is it now? Guys. My voice, I can't even... Look. This will have a massive impact for PvP, at least. I know. It will have a massive impact for PvE as well. But I'm a PvP guy. If you're watching this, you're a PvP guy too. If you're watching this so far, you know that I'm a PvP guy. Fixed a bug during character appearance. Change menu, which some parameters changed were sometimes not reflected. Yeah, I had that issue actually. I had a bug where I tried to change a character and it didn't want to change unless I, finished the character. And then it was, you couldn't see the changes when making them. It was painful. Fixed a bug that allowed unauthorized items to be passed to the players. Very important to fix that. Fixed a bug that prevented a dialogue from appearing when executing leave on some items. Fixed a bug in multiplayer that prevented Grace to be registered on the map. It was found just before the player is summoned. I didn't know that. Fixed a bug that sometimes prevented the mechanic of Renala's Queen of the Full Moon fight from working properly during cooperative multiplayer. Never happened to me either. Of course, that was unfortunate for them, but I suppose they had co-oping. I never co-oped any of the bosses. Well, except for, the bitch Melania. Fixed a bug that sometimes prevented the player from entering the boss area after defeating Margot, the Omen King. Fixed a bug that prevented Edgar the Revenger and Festering Fingerprint Wyke from invading after defeating all the bosses in Leonia Lake. Hey, You know, I glitched out Edgar the Revenger because he invaded me and I didn't want to get his weapon because it would ruin my weapon upgrades. So I just left him. You know, I ran away, and he never came back. So I can't get the madness seal on my main character. So that's annoying. I'll get somebody to drop it to me, but that's a little frustrating. They probably didn't expect anybody to just run away from Edgar the Revenger. They probably expected them to die or to kill him, but not run away. The item Tonic of Forgetfulness can now be obtained at the Volcano Manor if the player wasn't able to obtain it due to the quest progression. Fix the bug that caused the reduction of runes to NPC Gostok when player died in Stormvale Castle to occur at an unintended timing. Added a protective barrier to Millicent after helping her at Michaela's Halig Tree, so she cannot be unintentionally killed. Oh, that was good, because during the end of her quest, you could accidentally jump on her, and that would be so frustrating. It didn't happen to me, but it happened to a friend of mine. Fix the bug that sometimes prevented the player from obtaining the reward after the Dung Eater quest. Yes. Fix the bug with Dialos. Duplicating Remorse bug. Fix the bug that prevented the player from inputting consecutive attacks when dual-wielding the thrusting sword. Cool. Fix the bug that caused Scythe to lose blood loss effect if poison affinity was applied to the weapon. Nice. Fix the bug where the damage of the Iron Greatsword was lower than expected when an affinity was applied. Alright. And there's most FP consumption to increase when player casts Night Comment, sure. Causes the default key settings of keyboard, well, who cares about that? Who plays with a keyboard? Hey, do you play with a keyboard? You're a goddamn heretic, and I should stab you in the throat. Fix the bug in the Steam version with a history of players who... Yeah! Here we go. Important. Very important. Increased online multiplayer stability. Very fucking important. Fix the bug that causes incorrect sounds to be played under certain circumstances. Never really... Oh, wait, yeah. Maybe the continued death moans when people were killed. Yeah, that could be a thing. Some enemies to have have incorrect visuals and behavior. Fix the bug that causes some armor to have incorrect stats. Cool. And other stuff. No rivers of blood. No. No, 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 no. No. Oh my god, we have actually been talking about this for a while. Alright, so... Thoughts then, I guess. Thoughts. This is a major patch. And with all of the cast speed of spells... Christ, I suppose it's great for PvE. As an invader, I'm gonna be like, ah! Then again, maybe we'll be able to use some of these. You know, the weapon arts are really important. They are. Because the cast speed on a bunch of them will perhaps make them viable now. Cool. I didn't think that the spells needed more casting time. Maybe they could do with more recovery. I could see that. But quicker casting time? I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh well. Okay. This is a quick and dirty video. I'm gonna post this probably right now. And so... Let me know in the comments what you guys think.